What makes the Philippine military training one of the toughest in the world? I don't think people understand the sheer intensity and brutality of this training. What does it take to survive the most grueling military training in Southeast Asia? This is a question that many have asked, but few have the courage to find out for themselves. The answer lies in a combination of physical endurance, mental fortitude, and an unbreakable spirit. Imagine this. You are dropped on a remote island, stripped of your identity and pushed to your physical and mental limits. There are no comforts, no familiar faces, and no easy way out. Every day is a battle against the elements, against your own body, and against the psychological strain that comes with isolation and extreme conditions. This is not a scene from a survival movie, but the reality of the armed forces of the Philippines training. Here, recruits are not just trained to survive, they are trained to excel in the most challenging environments imaginable. The training is designed to simulate real combat situations, ensuring that every soldier is prepared for the harsh realities of war. The AFP, tasked with defending the vast archipelago against internal and external threats, subjects its recruits to a brutal selection process. This process is not just about physical strength. It is about mental resilience, strategic thinking, and the ability to remain calm under pressure. Every task, every challenge is designed to test these qualities to their limits. Only the toughest, most resilient individuals earn the right to wear the uniform. This uniform is not just a piece of clothing, it is a symbol of honor, duty, and sacrifice. It represents the blood, sweat, and tears that each recruit has shed to earn their place among the elite. The training is not designed to be easy. It is a crucible that burns away the weaknesses and forges strength. Every exercise, every drill is a step towards becoming a soldier who can face any challenge, any enemy with unwavering resolve. It's designed to weed out the weak and forge the remaining few into weapons of war. These recruits are not just learning to fight, they are learning to think, to strategize, and to lead. They are being transformed into warriors who can adapt to any situation and overcome any obstacle. From the moment a recruit steps foot on the training grounds, they are thrust into a world of relentless physical challenges, sleep deprivation, and psychological pressure. This is a world where every second counts, where every decision can mean the difference between life and death. The goal is clear: to test their commitment, resilience, and ability to operate effectively under extreme stress. This training is not just about creating soldiers, it is about creating leaders, individuals who can inspire and lead others in the most trying of circumstances. It is about building a force that is not just strong, but unbreakable. One of the most notorious training grounds is Corregidor Island, a rocky fortress shrouded in history and legend. This island, once a pivotal battleground during World War II, now serves a different purpose. Its rugged landscape and haunting ruins provide the perfect backdrop for one of the toughest military training programs in the world. Here, amidst the decaying ruins of World War II battlements, recruits endure the Scout Ranger course. This course is not for the faint-hearted. It demands physical endurance, mental toughness, and unwavering determination. This elite program, lasting several months, is infamous for its high attrition rate and unforgiving conditions. Many start, but only a few finish. The rigorous training pushes recruits to their limits, both physically and mentally. Recruits navigate treacherous terrain, engage in live-fire drills, and master the art of jungle warfare. They learn to move silently through dense foliage, set up ambushes, and survive in the wild with minimal supplies. Days blur into nights as recruits operate on minimal sleep and rations, pushing their bodies and minds to the breaking point. The constant pressure and lack of rest are designed to simulate the harsh realities of combat. The island itself becomes an adversary, its unforgiving environment testing their resolve. The rocky terrain, dense jungles, and unpredictable weather conditions add to the challenge, making every task more difficult. Instructors, often veterans of real-world combat, drive the recruits relentlessly, instilling in them the discipline and skills needed to survive in the harshest of conditions. These seasoned warriors share their invaluable experience, teaching recruits not just how to fight, but how to think and act under extreme pressure. Firefights are simulated with terrifying realism. Live rounds whiz past their heads, explosions rock the ground beneath their feet. The recruits learn to control their fear, to make split-second decisions under intense pressure. They learn that hesitation can be fatal, that teamwork is paramount to survival. The physical demands are relentless. Recruits carry heavy equipment across rugged terrain, navigate obstacle courses designed to test their strength and agility. They learn to operate weapon systems, administer first aid, and become proficient in hand-to-hand combat. Each challenge, each grueling exercise brings them one step closer to becoming elite soldiers. The Philippines, with its dense jungles and mountainous terrain, demands a special breed of soldier. The AFP training places a heavy emphasis on jungle warfare, teaching recruits to become invisible predators in this unforgiving environment. They learn to track enemy movements, set ambushes, and disappear into the undergrowth. Survival skills are paramount. Recruits learn to identify edible plants, find water sources, and build shelters from natural materials. They are taught to navigate by the stars, to operate in complete darkness, to become one with the jungle itself. This training is not just about fighting, it's about surviving against all odds. Section 5. The making of a Scout Ranger. The Scout Ranger course is not just about physical prowess, it's about mental fortitude. It's a grueling journey that tests every aspect of a recruit's being. Recruits are subjected to sleep deprivation, hunger, and extreme physical challenges. They face psychological pressure designed to break their spirit, pushing them to their mental and emotional limits. They are pushed to their absolute limits, enduring pain and exhaustion. Forced to confront their deepest fears, they must overcome intense phobias and anxieties. Only those with unwavering determination and a strong sense of purpose and an unbreakable will make it through. Teamwork and camaraderie are essential. The training is designed to simulate the harsh realities of combat, preparing them for real-life scenarios. Every decision can mean the difference between life and death, and recruits must learn to make these decisions under immense pressure. Recruits learn to operate under extreme stress, honing their skills to perform in the most challenging conditions. They are trained to think clearly when fatigue and fear cloud their judgment, developing mental resilience. They are taught to rely on their training, their instincts, and each other. The bond they form is unbreakable, forged through shared hardship and mutual support. Section 6. Psychological warfare. Psychological warfare plays a crucial role in the training. Instructors use a variety of techniques to disorient, confuse, and break down the recruit's sense of self. Sleep deprivation, isolation, and constant scrutiny are just a few of the methods employed. The goal is not to break them, but to make them stronger. By pushing them to the brink, the instructors force the recruits to confront their weaknesses and overcome their limitations. They learn to control their emotions, to resist fear and panic, to function effectively even when their bodies and minds are screaming for rest. Section 7. Beyond physical limits. The AFP training pushes recruits far beyond their perceived physical limits. What seems impossible becomes achievable. They discover reserves of strength and endurance they never knew they possessed. This newfound confidence, this belief in their own abilities, is one of the most valuable lessons they take away from the experience. The training is not just about creating soldiers, it's about creating leaders. Recruits are given increasing levels of responsibility, tasked with leading their peers through complex missions and challenges. They learn to motivate and inspire others, to make critical decisions under pressure, to take charge when the situation demands it. Section 8, Price of Duty. The AFP training is not without its risks. Injuries are common, and there have been tragic instances of recruits losing their lives during these grueling exercises. The dangers are real, the sacrifice is immense. Yet year after year, thousands of young Filipinos volunteer to undergo this ordeal. They are driven by patriotism, by a desire to serve their country and protect their people. They understand the risks, the sacrifices involved, but they are undeterred. They are willing to lay down their lives if necessary, to stand as a shield against those who would threaten their homeland. Section 9. Forged in the Philippines. The brutal training of the AFP is a reflection of the harsh realities facing the Philippines. From natural disasters to internal conflicts, the country has faced numerous challenges throughout its history. The AFP, forged in the crucible of these hardships, stands ready to defend the nation and its people. These soldiers are not just fighting for their country, they are fighting for their families, their communities, their way of life. They are the guardians of freedom, the protectors of peace, the embodiment of courage and sacrifice. Section 10. A call to understanding. The next time you see an AFP soldier, take a moment to remember the grueling training they endured, the sacrifices they have made. Their unwavering commitment to duty, their willingness to put their lives on the line deserves our utmost respect and gratitude. For in mind matters where knowledge truly matters, and understanding the challenges they face is the first step towards appreciating their service. Share your thoughts, engage in meaningful dialogue, and let us honor those who dedicate their lives to protecting ours.